Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this presentation of the NBA 2K20 Simulation Showcase here on the Crucial Baskets Network. For today's matchup, we have the Washington Wizards taking on the Philadelphia 76ers from Wells Fargo Center. I'm Raymond Sims. Hope you've been staying safe. I hope you had a great weekend, but we are ready for some basketball here from the city of brotherly love as the Washington Wizards are ninth in the NBA, the ninth in the Eastern Conference, the lone lottery team out of the Eastern Conference to compete in the NBA restart, while the 76ers came into the season with high expectations but find themselves the sixth seed in the Eastern Conference. The Wizards win the tip, and we're underway from D.C. Glad that you could join us. Beal working his way inside over to Thomas Bryant, who lays it up and is fouled by Joel Embiid. Thomas Bryant at the line here has really been coming into his own as a starting center in the nation's capital. Still a little rough around the edges, but plenty to like, though he has had a share of injuries this season. Gets the first shot to fall. Only 38 games on the year with 28 starts, 12 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 0.9 blocks for the young man out of Indiana, his third year. Second shot just as good, and a couple of free throws are how we get things going in the scoring column here from Philly. Richardson to Embiid. Step back jumper, misses off the heel of the rim. Wasn't sure if that was a 2 or a 3. Washington out in transition. Beal pulling up and knocking it down. Here's Simmons bringing it up the floor. Embiid between the circles, ball reversed to Richardson. Here he comes downhill, pulls up, and able to knock it in. Napier with the ball, screen from Bryant. He won't take it. He'll work his way inside, and he also knocks down a pull-up jumper, just like Beal. Simmons up the floor, gets it over to Embiid. Embiid charging it. Bryant has to pick up his dribble. That's enough space for a jumper, and Embiid able to score. 6-4 in favor of the Wizards. This team known for scoring a lot and giving up a lot of points. Blocked by Embiid. Simmons pushing the tempo. Pulls up. Rolls out. Rebound by Hachimura. Ball up top to Napier. Almost went a little wide, but Napier able to corral the pass. Works his way downhill. Ball worked back out to Beal. And Horford stealing it. Here come the Sixers. Push ahead. Harris with the slam. 9:40 remaining here in the first quarter. 6-all. Napier going up. Two big defenders. He's not afraid to go for it, but he's not able to convert. Face-up action here for Embiid. Looking to drive against Bryant. Has to give it back up. Here's Simmons. Simmons' turn to go downhill. Under the basket. Can't score and can't get the offensive rebound. Here's Isaac Bonga. Up top, Napier. Gets a nice screen. but he's downhill and meets two Sixers defenders. That doesn't stop him on the turnaround. I wasn't sure how Napier was going to wiggle out of that one, but he just got the turnaround jumper to go. Simmons just going to use sheer brute force to get that to the basket. Sixers able to respond, and the game tied at 8. Bryant up top. Tries to work downhill. Embiid right there with him, loses his dribble, and the point guard resets. Pulls up over Simmons. Rebound Richardson. Simmons with the ball, hands it off Richardson. Harris facing up, going to work against Hachimura, and draws the foul.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Tobias Harris, 9th-year man out of Tennessee. Last season, he ended with the Clippers. After starting that season with the Pistons, he was part of that Blake Griffin trade that sent Griffin in the opposite direction. And then when Harris was a free agent over the summer, he decided to make Philadelphia his home as he's able to knock down the free throws. Ten to 8 in favor of the Sixers. Napier going inside, works it out. Bryant, and the spot up 3 blocked by Joel Embiid. Bonga with the inbound. Looking for somebody. He'll find Napier right there in the corner. Step back 3 for Napier. Off the heel of the rim, rebound Horford. Pass ahead to Richardson. Simmons up top. And down low to Embiid. Nice hook shot from Joel Embiid, and he's able to score. Second basket of the game for Joel. And the Sixers ahead by 4. Napier almost splitting the defenders, but Richardson, gets the steal, pulls up from 3, though he's not able to finish the job. Bonga pulls up. Spot up mid-range shot is good. First points of the game for Isaac Bonga. Second-year man out of Germany. Embiid on the wing, going straight at Bryant, lays it up. And Bryant with the rebound after the good contest. Napier double teamed and not able to give it up in time. We're going to have a jump ball. Simmons against Napier, quite the size mismatch, and naturally the Sixers win. Horford up top. Harris on the drive. Pass Bonga doesn't go, and Bonga with the rebound. Nearing the halfway mark here in the first quarter. Napier, baseline action. Tries to work it inside, loose ball. And the Sixers will pick it up off the turnover by Bonga, who picked up the ball as it was going out of bounds. Substitutions here in the early going as we finally reach that halfway point. Embiid up top. Oh, nice spin move here, taking on Davis Bertans now. Kicks it out. Richardson, open 3. Off the heel. Rebound Bertans. Napier with the ball. Down low to Hachimura. There's the ball back up. Strong pick and roll defense by the Sixers, and Beal can't get the shot to go. Here's Simmons, kicks it over. Embiid up top, gets it back to Harris. Embiid showing on the block. He's got the mismatch, going to work, kicks it back out. Harris, a little too far out of his range, presumably, but he'll put up the shot with the shot clock running down, and he's able to score. He has 7. Napier finds a cutting Beal, lays it up and in. 4 points for Bradley Beal. And timeout by the Sixers. They got some guys they want to get in, and the possessions have been running a little long. A lot of up and down action. It's been fun to watch. We'll see if the Sixers can maintain their lead, 15-12 with 4:46 left in the first here on the Crucial Baskets Network. Back in Philadelphia. Hope you've enjoyed this game. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel as the NBA 2K20 Simulation Showcase continues throughout the month of July. Harris picking up another foul against Rui Hachimura.
Shooting 2.
Harris able to knock down the first shot. Second shot just as good. 9 points here for Tobias Harris in the first quarter. Washington down 5. Oh, threading the needle there to Bertans, even though he's not able to finish off the layup. Alec Burks with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Hands it off. Harris underneath the basket, off the glass and in. And just like that, Harris in double figures. And Richardson with the steal. Pushed ahead to Burks. Has space. Lays it up and in. And the foul. And so off of that foul, a hot Tobias Harris going to take a seat after scoring 11 in this first frame. Meanwhile, Horford will come back in.
One shot.
And Burks finishing off the and one. 10-point lead here for the 76ers. Pass to Beal, cutting to the basket. Can't get that layup to go. Rebound Burks. Pushed ahead to Korkmaz. Burks, a high pick and roll, very high near the backcourt line. Pushing his way through and scoring, and the lead continues to grow here for the 76ers. 3.5 left in the first, and they're up 12. Smith in the corner. Beal cutting again, able to get the layup. Goes without saying, Bradley Beal is the offensive engine for the Washington Wizards. He has been, particularly for the last 2 years without John Wall out in the backcourt alongside him. Together, probably one of the most dynamic backcourt duos in the NBA, but it's been mostly the Bradley Beal show ever since Wall has been out. Reach-in foul by Bertans. That's his second. And just as I was talking about how important Bradley Beal is, especially with this team down double digits, he's sitting out. We'll see if this particular lineup can hold down the fort. Burks able to miss. Bertans with the rebound. And Robinson for three. Not afraid to let it fly, even though it doesn't fall. Thibault pushes it ahead to Burks. Oh, kicks it over the corner. Furkan Korkmaz for three. First points of the game for Korkmaz. Now a 13-point lead. It's been pretty rough going here for the Wizards in the first half. Smith letting a three go, and that'll rattle in. Smith can shoot three, so it's not too surprising, but he's normally looking to get into the paint, drive, and kick, but he knew his team needed that, and it does keep the margin at 10. Under 2 minutes left here in the first. Quick size-up move. Burks over Smith. And that'll go in, and Burks hot off the bench right now with 7 points. Smith inside. He'll pull up. Mid-range shot won't go. Rebound Troy Brown off the glass and in. 10-point game still. Wizards trying to fight here. But the Sixers off to a really good start offensively. Oh, interception by Bertans. Though that pass was a little wild, and that might have thwarted the transition as Robinson gets the miss. So now the Sixers have a chance to extend the lead again. There's the redemption. Great layup there by Alec Burks. 9 for him. Under a minute remaining. Robinson inside over Simmons. Rebound Horford. Another chance to extend the lead. Up top, Thibault. Simmons trying to back down Bertans. Has to fight through. Won't draw the foul, but he'll get his own rebound. Goes back up off the glass and in. 4 points for Ben Simmons. 30-second mark here in the first, but the shot clock's still on for the Wizards. Wagner with it. Was thinking handoff, but they changed their minds and ends up losing the ball as a result. Burks back up top with the shot clock off. Burks with the screen, lets it fly at the buzzer, off the heel of the rim, and that'll do it for the first quarter. 76ers representing well at home as they take off on the Wizards. They're ahead 33-19. We'll be back with more here on the Crucial Baskets Network. Welcome back to Philadelphia. Second quarter action. The Sixers well in the lead here, 33-19. Gonna look to maintain. Horford on the elbow against Mo Wagner. Horford stepping through. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound Wagner. Pass ahead to Robinson. Underneath Bertans. Lays it in. First points of the game for Davis Bertans. Normally known for his outside shooting, but 2 will do for him as the Wizards start things off here in the quarter. Thibault for 3 off the spot up. Misses. Oh, offensive board. Mike Scott off the glass and in. .4 game. Nobody in the paint. Wizards looking to change that. Bertans through traffic. Back-to-back buckets for Davis Bertans. Wizards trying to stay competitive, but that was a pretty strong quarter out of the 76ers. 33 points while only giving up 19. Rebound again by Bertans. Not surprising to see the Sixers in the catbird seat right now. 29-2 at home before the suspension. Wagner going up. Rebound by Milton. It's the road that has given Philadelphia trouble. 10-24 away from Wells Fargo Center. But this is a home game, and the Sixers looking pretty good here in the early going. Milton through traffic, gets his own board, hands it off Scott, and they'll reset up top. Robinson on the wing, works it to Milton. That's a long two. If it's good, it is. First points of the game for Shake Milton. Really came onto the scene this year. Second-year man out of Southern Methodist. Scott Brooks not happy with what he's seeing. Wizards trying to stay competitive, but the Sixers are ahead by double digits. We'll see if they can right the ship after this here on the Crucial Baskets Network. Couple of substitutions here for Washington and Philadelphia. For Washington, it's Andrzej Pasekniks. Bertans, that's a long two, but it doesn't fall. Rebound by Glenn Robinson III. Pulls up to the point. And now Milton's going to set up the offense. Thibault finding Horford. Goes straight at Pasekniks. He'll try again, and it finally goes in after a million bounces. 39-23. Smith inside. Works his way in off the glass and in. First points of the quarter for Ish Smith. Thibault up top, but Horford moving a little too much for the referee's liking, and he's called for the illegal screen. Beal back in the game, running the point now. Definitely a bit of a playmaker himself. Robinson back up top, ball reversed to Troy Brown. Pasekniks showing on the block, but Beal's in the game, so this offense is going to go through him. Robinson was really pushing him out there, but Beal has a little range. That shot was on target. Pasekniks with the rebound, not sure what to do now, but he gets out before he gets called for the 3 seconds. Up top, Bertans another long two. Just not able to get his feet out there to the perimeter in time by the time he gets the ball, but he knows he always has that green light, so wherever he's at, in front of the line, behind the line, he's going to shoot. Scott facing up, back up top and reversed. And Bertans able to telegraph the pass there, though Philadelphia will keep the ball. Here's Scott inbounding to Richardson and loses the ball. So finally the turnover from Washington. Robinson is looking to push tempo. Bertans showing on the block. Are they going to get it to him? No, they'll work it up to Pasekniks, who reverses it to Beal. Beal against Simmons. Now it's eventually to Andrzej Pasekniks, but Beal finishes off the possession with a missed three off the back of the rim. Robinson to Richardson. Richardson picks up his dribble. Sixers going to have to reset. 7:24 left in the second. Richardson downhill. Forced to retreat. 7 on the shot clock. Out pops Simmons. Facing up. He's going to step back. He's going to go for the three. And he got it! Ben Simmons, he doesn't always shoot threes, but when he does, it's an event, people. Finally made his first official three-pointer this season. Contests this three from Beal. Pasekniks with the offensive board and the foul. This one called on Richardson. Andrzej Pasekniks out of Latvia was originally drafted by the 76ers, but his rights were ultimately traded to the Wizards, and the Wizards finally calling him up this season. So this is his rookie year for the 7-2 man from Europe, and he has 3 points now. Didn't get him in the same way Simmons just did, but all the same, at least he keeps the Wizards in this game. They're still down by 14, make that 16 off the shot by Embiid. Beal works his way inside. Nice pass to Pasekniks. Goes up over Harris, and Harris picks up the board. Here's Simmons. See if he has any more perimeter antics for us. Bounce pass out to Robinson. Gets the good screen. The reverse layup won't go, but he gets the offensive board, puts it back up. Can't get it the second time. Brown pushing tempo, pulls up. Three-pointer rattles out, rebound Embiid. But the Sixers on the run. Beal able to stop Richardson, and the Sixers forced to slow down. 12 on the shot clock. Ball up top, Richardson. Screen from Embiid, just enough space for the tray. Won't go, rebound by Jerome Robinson. Out pops Beal. You can't leave him open. You just can't leave him open. First points of the quarter for Bradley Beal. Ball to Richardson. He'll pull up. You can't leave him open either, even though he misses. Here's Beal. Coughs up the ball. Stolen by Robinson. And then that pass that was supposed to go ahead deflects off of Beal. He picks up the steal, misses off the heel of the rim. Simmons pushes it into the paint. Stripped away again, another turnover. Neither team hanging on to the ball, but Robinson able to draw the foul, the first on Tobias Harris. First shot mentions for Jerome Robinson. Started his career last season with the Clippers. Started this season with them too, but ended up being sent to the Washington Wizards. Man out of Boston College, a North Carolina native. Plenty of talent, but just wasn't enough room considering what the Clippers' aspirations are. But he'll get plenty of time to shine in the nation's capital. And we'll see if that'll open up opportunities for him in the future. Cross-court pass to Richardson, a long two. Rattles out, rebound Thomas Bryant. Robinson ahead to Beal. He'll lay it up, and he'll draw the foul now. So we'll see him at the line. Second foul on Josh Richardson. First shot goes for Bradley Beal. That's 4 in the quarter. That's 10 on the evening. First Wizard to double digits. Bonga returns to the game, so all the starters back for Washington. And gets the second shot to go. Washington definitely going to need every point from Bradley Beal tonight. Veteran out of Florida, St. Louis native. The oop up to Simmons, and he can't finish off. Thibault will put up the long two. That won't go, but Embiid goes up. And the third time isn't the charm on that shot, but Embiid can go to the line for two as Beal was called for the foul. Wizards have whittled this down to a 10-point game, but Embiid with the opportunity to re-extend the lead here for Washington or for Philadelphia. First shot goes for Joel. You see his numbers, 23.4 points per game, 11.8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.3 blocks, and that's a very good year and very well deserving of his all-star selection. But when you compare it against some of the past few seasons that he's played, surprisingly enough, this has been a down year for Joel Embiid. We'll see if he can pick it up once the NBA comeback gets going at the end of this month. Beal snakes his way into the paint, but can't finish the finger roll layup. Sixers looking to extend the lead even more. Richardson back down low to Simmons. Reverse layup is good. 9 for Simmons. Napier with the ball. Enough open space for the tray. 48-37. 11-point game. Wizards still trying to stay competitive, even though the Sixers have the size and the home court advantage is evidenced by the Sixers' 29-2 record under this roof. Simmons doubled on the drive. Back out to Richardson. Not enough time. Gets the shot up. And a rebound by Bryant. 3 minutes and change left here in the first half. It's been a rough start for Josh Richardson, but thankfully for the Sixers, the rest of the team has been able to pick up the slack. They weren't able to pick up Shabazz Napier as he knocks down another three. 6 already here in the quarter for Napier, 10 total, and the margin back down to single digits. Embiid trying to say something about that. He'll kick that lead back up to 10. Timeout Wizards. They have some substitutions they've been meaning to get in, but still trying to stay competitive. Team not the best defensively. Taking on a bigger, stronger team. We'll see if they can right the ship here out of this timeout on the Crucial Baskets Network. Bonga set to inbound. Gets it to Napier. And quickly doubled. Almost loses the ball. Up top, Beal. Beal pulls up. Mid-range shot is good. 13 for Beal. Embiid coming downhill. Dishes it off. Gets it back up to Simmons. Back in the corner. Richardson for 2. And the drought continues for Josh Richardson. 1 of 8 from the field. At least he has 2 steals to his name, so while he's struggling offensively, he has been able to contribute on the defensive end. Bryant gonna go for it, blocked by Embiid. Richardson trying to push this coast to coast, gets his own rebound, and able to clean up his own mess. 2 of 9 from the field is Josh Richardson. We'll see if he'll do better in the second half. Here's Napier, kicks it over, spot up mid-range shot is good from Thomas Bryant. First field goal of the game from Thomas Bryant. And good to see him have the courage to put up that shot after getting it stuffed by Embiid on the previous possession. Just over a minute, Embiid underneath, and once he gets under the basket, he's essentially unstoppable. Still a 10-point game here from Philadelphia. The Wizards just out of arm's reach of a competitive game. Here's Beal attacking, kicks it out. Napier, he's got another 3 in him? No. Already knocked down 2 threes in this quarter. Embiid again under the basket. Good contest by Bonga. Bonga ahead to Napier. He didn't have the 3, but he's able to take it to the rack on that one. Transition bucket, and it's once again an 8-point game. Philadelphia in the lead, still holding serve for now. Under a minute remaining here. Sixers trying to reassert their dominance. The floater, good from Richardson. Under 30 seconds now. Shot clock still on, though, so the Wizards going to have to go for it. Beal up top. We'll see if he can create anything. Finds Hachimura underneath, and that'll loft in. First points of the game for Rui Hachimura. Come in the final seconds of the second quarter. Shot clock is off. See if the Sixers cook up anything. Layup no good by Embiid, and the Wizards get one more crack at it. They can close this gap even more. Beal way outside, off the front of the rim, and that'll do it for the first half. The 76ers, they've held control for much of this, but the Wizards trying to knock at the door just right there. See if they can turn the corner in the third. But first, the halftime show. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome back to Philadelphia for the second half of Game 3 of the NBA 2K20 Sim Showcase. Wizards and Sixers facing off here from Wells Fargo Center. I'm Raymond Sims. Hope you've enjoyed this. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up with the remaining 12 games of the Sim Showcase. Simmons putting up another three. Just out of the blue, and that's quite the way to start off the third quarter. Ben Simmons 2 of 6 on the year from beyond the arc, and he's 2 of 2 from outside in this game. I mean, granted, Brett Brown did say he wanted more outside shots from Ben Simmons. I don't know if he expected that. Embiid going up and laying it in. 11-point game. Lead has been as big as 14 for Philadelphia, but Washington has put up a game effort, just trying to stay in this. Beal pulls up for the jumper and it won't go. He finished with a game-high 13 points in the first half. Harris can't finish the layup. Washington on the run. Bounce pass ahead to Napier, and he finishes with the smooth lay-in. 12 for him in the first half. He now has 14. Simmons underneath Harris, but he'll have to pass it back out. Gets it out. Horford for 3. Shoots it over Napier, and it's not clean, but it does fall. Beal facing up against Richardson. Tight defense here. See if Beal can shake him. Struggles to dribble there. Able to put him on the dribble. Double teamed on the block. Hachimura with it. He'll pull up over Horford. It's contested, but it almost goes. Embiid with the screen up high. Here comes Harris downhill. Stripped. Recollected, but steps out of bounds. So the Wizards will take possession here. Bonga set to inbound to Napier. 64-52. Do the Wizards have enough firepower to keep up with these 76ers? Here's Beal cutting to the basket. Much of that firepower is going to be him. He has 15. The roll to Joel Embiid, and he's able to get it up and in. And we're seeing more Joel Embiid here. Only 4 points in the first quarter, but then he did go off for 8 in the second. Now he has 4 here in the third and a rebound off the miss. Harris double teamed, but he was calm. Harris for 3 off the screen. Misses off the heel of the rim. Rebound Bonga. Bonga pushes it to Napier. He'll have to bring it back up to the perimeter. Ball to Bryant. Screen from Rui. But nothing comes of it. Another screen here. Bryant downhill. Pulls up. Misses. And Harris didn't even have to turn around to get that board. He knew it was coming. Very Rodman-esque of him. Two-handed jam by Joel Embiid. And he has 18. Just under the 8-minute mark here in the third, and the Wizards will call a timeout. Up by 14 are the 76ers, showing that home court advantage they've been utilizing all year. Still going strong. Almost halfway through the third here on the Crucial Baskets Network. Jerome Robinson was awaiting on the sideline, so now here he is inbounding from the sideline. Wizards down 14. Bryant another screen. Takes another screen again. Napier for 3. Rebound Burks. Burks up top. Gets a screen, has a little space, lets it fly. In and out and into the arms of Bryant. Ball to Beal. Past Burks and lays it in. $17 for Beal. Richardson downhill, pull up 2, rolls in. Beal finds Bryant underneath. Great find. 70-58, 6.5 left here in the third quarter. Wizards just trying to keep pace. Worst defensive team in the NBA and probably one of the worst in league history in terms of defensive rating. Richardson letting it go. He had a rough first half, but he's making right here. He's got 5 here in the half for a total of 11. Napier fighting against Simmons. Finally breaks free. Oh, can't get the bunny to go. Rebound by Simmons. Pushing tempo. He's usually hard to stop in transition. Finds Richardson for another 3. Now it's Beal against Richardson. Baseline, kicks it out Bryant. Ball worked around Robinson. Beal gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Time for him to operate. Finds Bryant. He can shoot from there, but he'll find Napier instead in the corner. Long 2 if it's good. Almost, but not quite. Rebound by Scott. And the ball out of bounds. Burks getting a little too far, getting a little too overzealous. And that'll be a turnover in favor of the Wizards. Bertans will come back into the game as the stretch 5 once again. 18-point game here. Wizards don't want this one to get away, but the third quarter is always a crucial time in the NBA. Beal able to help the cause for now. He has 19. Ball to Embiid. Embiid attacking. Finds Harris underneath. Hook shot won't go. Rebound Hachimura. Here's Robinson in transition. Stopped at the perimeter, had a chance. Kicks it out Napier. Ball to Hachimura, turnaround jumper won't go. Almost had his own rebound, but the deflection by Harris gets it into the hands of Embiid. Simmons underneath, Harris off the glass and in. First point since the first quarter for Tobias Harris. He had 11 in that first frame, went scoreless in the second. Napier finds his way into the paint, but he'll kick it back out. Screen from Hachimura. Beal pulls up. Long shot. Won't go. Rebound Simmons. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the third. 18-point game. Sixers trying to 20-piece the Wizards before the end of the quarter. Here's Robinson. He hasn't scored yet and still hasn't. Ledger still empty for Glenn Robinson III. Napier bringing it up the floor. Nice pass underneath to Bertans. He can't get the two, but he will earn those points at the line. Davis Bertans, pretty quiet, known as a sharp shooter. Definitely has the green light in the nation's capital, but he has only 4 in the second quarter. He got those 2 in the second quarter, and they were both 2-point field goals. We'll make this first one here. Bertans, one of several Latvians in the NBA. His brother, Darius Bertans, got a crack at the NBA at the end of last season, signing as a sharpshooter shooting guard for the New Orleans Pelicans. But that didn't take heading into this season, so it's just Davis here in the league by himself representing the Bertans family. Misses the second free throw, so he has 5 now. We'll see if he'll get an outside shot or two before this game is over. And the Wizards, they definitely need it. Pasechniks comes into the game and intercepts a pass. So good turnover forced there by the Wizards. Bad turnover naturally by the Sixers. And there's Bertans. I talked it up. I guess that's the type of thing they teach you in The Secret. You speak it into existence. So Bertans with the 3 keeps the Wizards in the game. And then a rebound off a miss. Robinson pulling up for 2 off the heel of the rim. Rebound Horford. Thibault hanging out on the wing. Underneath, Horford fouled by Beal.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Al Horford. 2 shots.
First shot up and in for Al Horford. Signing with the Sixers over the summer after several years in Boston. A controversial signing in a way because a lot of basketball fans weren't sure how the spacing would go with Embiid and Horford both up front. And to those fans' credit, there have been some spacing issues over the course of the season. The problem with how Horford and Embiid fit together, and especially with someone like Simmons, who normally, unlike tonight, doesn't really shoot threes well, has been part of their inconsistency. And speaking of inconsistency, they just allowed Ish Smith to get multiple cracks at a layup under the basket. It's definitely the smallest guy in the paint, and he's able to finally score after multiple tries. That's not a good look. Pasechniks with the block off of the 3-point attempt by Horford. 7 on the shot clock and counting. Sixers trying to figure something out quick. Robinson with the hot potato, and that doesn't even hit rim. Another turnover for the Sixers. So Pasechniks with some good time out there on the floor. He's 7'2". He can get a lot done just with that height. That's why the Wizards were more than happy to pick up his draft rights from Philadelphia. Troy Brown in the corner. Thought spot up drive, but loses his dribble. Mo Wagner in the game for Pasechniks. Oh, a cutting Smith lays it in. (79-68), minute and a half remaining here in the third. Despite the score, it's been relatively competitive. The Sixers really just pulling out to a big lead and then treading water here, just trying to make sure that the Wizards don't get all the way back into this game. They've gotten within 8 there in the second quarter, but they've done a lot better of maintaining this lead as Philadelphia here in the third. Still up 13 despite some lapses in judgment. Brown off the glass and in. Out pops Harris. Horford showing on the block, but he'll retreat. Here's Korkmaz in the game with the screen. Harris attempting a layup from outside and won't get it to go. Brown pushing tempo. Bounce pass over to Smith. Pull-up jumper. Missing. Rebound Horford. Oh, that pass wasn't clean, but the Sixers able to retain it underneath to Harris, and he scores, plus the foul on Robinson. Under 30 seconds left here in the third. Sixers trying to play keep away with this margin, trying to keep it double digits here against this Wizards team. A Wizards team that once they get to Orlando, they'll definitely be looking to play spoiler. As they come in 9th place in the East, 24-40. Harris gets that shot to go. 5 in the quarter, 16 total. Smith double teamed. Brown, that was probably intended for Wagner, but it ends up in the hands of Robinson. That pass was intended for Milton, and Robinson able to fix his mistake, and he'll get the jump ball against Smith. He has the height advantage and the athleticism advantage. The former Robinson, the former dunk contest participant, and the Sixers win the tip. Shot clock is off. Harris with it up top. And an illegal screen underneath by Al Horford. So the Wizards will get a final possession here, 84-70. Three-pointer. Won't go off the rim. Rebound Korkmaz, and that'll do it for the third. Sixers up 84-70, but the Wizards putting up a bit of a fight here, but we'll see if the Sixers can get this one home, as they are at home and are normally very good here. We'll be back with more after this here on the Crucial Baskets Network. Final quarter coming to you from the city of brotherly love, 84-70. Hope you've enjoyed this game. Probably haven't if you're a Wizards fan, but there's still a little hope as Jerome Robinson able to score to get the quarter started here. Only had a single point, so that's his first field goal of the game. And coming at an opportune time as the Wizards are going to try to make this comeback bid. Burks to the basket, lays it up and doesn't get it to go. Rebound by Troy Brown Jr. Smith in the corner now. Wagner underneath, and he's able to score his first basket of the game. Every Wizard has scored now, or every Wizard that has stepped on the court has scored now, and Harris has scored again. (18 points for Tobias. Bertans, open space to the basket. Unstoppable. (10 points for Davis Bertans. 10-point game here in Philadelphia. Harris, double team, splits defenders. Can't score at the end, but he made some good progress. Smith ahead to Bertans again. Bertans slipping free. I said earlier, known as a sharp shooter, but he's been scoring his buckets inside today. Here's to Horford. Ball to Harris up top. Gets the screen. Here comes Harris. Looking downhill. Up top, Burks. Under 5 on the shot clock. Sixers got to figure something out. This particular lineup just hasn't been the best at generating offense. It's now an 8-point game. Wizards can get closer, probably the closest they've been in a while. Wagner underneath. Hop step, layup, won't go. Can't turn that corner to get this game within 6. Here's Milton. Working the perimeter. Horford underneath. Korkmaz lays it up and in, and those are his first points since the first. And those first points were major. It was a 3-pointer that really essentially set the tone for this game. It was a 3. He didn't even look at it go in. He was feeling himself, and the Sixers have been feeling themselves all game. They got to hang on here if they want to get this win over the Wizards. Milton ahead to Harris. Blocked, but Bertans called for his 3rd foul. "20 points for Tobias Harris. 11 in the first, 5 in the third, and 4 already here in the fourth. And a game like this is exactly why Tobias Harris was such a valuable acquisition for the Sixers. Naturally, you want Simmons and Embiid to be the dynamic duo for the 76ers, 2 players that are essentially unicorns in this basketball universe. But for championship teams, they need that 3rd scorer, and Tobias Harris showing this evening that he can definitely be that guy. Bertans missing a long 2. Pass, reckless, deflects off of a defender on the perimeter, and the Wizards have it in transition. Wagner, long shot, won't go. Wasn't sure if it was a 2 or a 3, and we won't find out until we look at the box score. Ball to Milton. Milton really breaking on the scene this year, especially when he was picking up some extra time at the point guard spot when Simmons was out with an injury. Burks, he'll settle for 3. And Robinson with the rebound. Ball to Brown on the perimeter, won't go. Here come the Sixers. Korkmaz in transition off the heel of the rim. Rebound Wagner. Wizards going to slow it down. A score here would be huge. Underneath, Wagner. Hook shot is good. Scoreless through the first 3 quarters, but Wagner with 4 very important points here. But the Wizards still down 11 with 7:58 to go here in the fourth. 91-80, 7:56 remaining here in the final frame. The Sixers trying to hang on, but the Wizards not going down easy. Embiid scoring and drawing the foul. Brian called for the infraction there. Of course, he's not happy, as you know. No player feels that they have ever committed a foul in the history of the NBA. .21 points for Joel Embiid, 94-80. Beal once again finding Bertans underneath. This is his quarter. Everybody's expecting Bertans to unleash from beyond the arc. He is one of the best 3-point shooters in the NBA, but he's been able to get a lot of good cuts to the basket. And maybe the Sixers are willing to give those up instead of being beat up from the skies, perhaps. It's worked for them so far as they're up 12. But Bertans still having a pretty good night all the same. Simmons with the miss. Here's Beal. Gets it to Smith underneath. Hachimura. Another cut to the basket. Another score for Washington. First points for Rui since the second quarter. That's 4 total. 10-point game. Harris up top, speeding along the perimeter. Under the basket, Burks lays it up. Can't get the uneasy shot to go. I was going to say it was heavily contested. Hachimura showing him how it's done. 6 points for Rui. Back-to-back buckets. 8-point game once again. This has pretty much been that plateau that Washington has gotten to. But if they want to turn the corner, they got to force another stop here. And they do. Rebound by Bryant off the Embiid miss. Smith on the wing, but he's double-teamed. Finds Beal, but Burks is right there with him. Beal going to have to create something. 10 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Mid-range shot. Off the heel of the rim. Into the hands of Embiid. Another opportunity squandered by Washington to really close this gap. Simmons under the basket. Perfect release. $14 for Ben Simmons tonight. 96-86. And a foul away from the ball. It's an illegal screen by Bertans, his fourth. Just past the halfway mark here in the fourth quarter. 10-point game. Wizards trying to give their all, but they're not the best defensive team, as evidenced by Simmons getting to the rack. Not the best defensive team. They've been trying to do it with the offense, but they haven't been able to capitalize on some of these opportunities that the Sixers have given to them. Bertans long two, able to go. He's got foul trouble, but he doesn't have shooting trouble, even though he's only knocked down 1 3-pointer in this game. 5.5 to go. Harris can't turn the corner. Bertans right there in his hip. Simmons against Smith. It's a mismatch. Can Simmons fight through it? He doesn't always, despite the size advantage. But Scott will go to the line. That's a foul on Smith.
At the line for your 76ers, Mike Scott. 2 shots.
First shot good for Mike Scott. Second shot just as good, and Scott has 4 points to his name. 12-point game here. Beal trying to fight inside. Can't probe. Double teamed on the block. Hachimura on the opposite side. Can't get the shot to go. Goes back up with it. Can't get the second chance either. Rebound Korkmaz. The lob underneath intended for Simmons, but wasn't pinpoint. Ahead to Smith for 3 in transition. Rebound by Simmons. And it's opportunities like that if the Wizards end up losing, they're going to hate themselves for. Beautiful pass to Embiid, but he'll have to earn his 2 points at the line. Look at that. Oh, beautiful pass. And a shame that the shot wouldn't go in. Otherwise, that would have been on SportsCenter, that's for sure. .21 points here for Joel. And he's able to get the first shot to go. That's 22 for Joel. So Embiid leading the Sixers in scoring here. And he's able to get the second shot to go as well. 102-88, 4.5 left here in the fourth. Here's Beal, still scoreless in the quarter, and that will remain true over halfway through this quarter. Beal not on the board. And that's definitely a huge reason that we see the Sixers starting to pull away. 23 for Tobias Harris, 23 for Embiid. Timeout, Wizards. (104-88), 4:08 remaining here in regulation. 16-point game. Dual 23-point performances from Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid, and a steal from Harris. As the Sixers are looking to put this one away. Here's a reach-in foul there by Napier. And that will put the Sixers in the bonus. So that might really cement this game, as long as Harris and the rest of the Sixers can put away their free throws whenever they're called to the line. Makes both. He's got 25. 9 here in the quarter. Almost blocked the shot by Beal. Here comes the 20-piece. Horford able to lay it up and in. It's been a quiet evening for Al Horford, but that layup there speaks volumes. 20-point game. In the corner, Beal finally looking to get on the board, and he does with a three-pointer. (20 for Beal. Simmons underneath, back out. Richardson for 3. Off the heel of the rim. And a defensive board by Hachimura. Bonga back in the game. Wizards going to look to close things out here with their starters, and Hachimura will earn his points at the line. It's the third on Horford.
Shooting 2.
Just 6 points to Hachimura's name. See if he can close the gap here for Washington. He gets the first one. First Japanese player drafted in the first round in NBA history. Could really make a difference for basketball in that country. Being a face with a lot of potential. You see his body. His game could be developed in a lot of ways. He comes with plenty of skill sets out of Gonzaga. We'll see what sticks as he continues his career in the NBA. Under 3 minutes left here in the fourth. Simmons up top, Embiid on the wing. And now it's a matter of running the clock down. Embiid pulling up. Oh, he's got more in the tank. Now he has 25, and it's really seems like a matter of Embiid and Harris just going tit for tat, seeing who ends up scoring the most. Beal leading with 22. Hachimura with another basket. 8 here in the fourth for 10 total. So he finds himself in double digits, though it seems like it'll be in a losing effort. Loose ball, but Harris able to collect it. Embiid to the rack, pulls up, rattles out almost. Napier trying to find his way. He'll pull up for three, and that'll roll out. And so the shots aren't falling. The Wizards tried to be competitive tonight, but they finally run out of gas here. 25-point game. 15-point game. Pardon my math. So we'll see if it could get worse. We just passed the 100-second mark here on this game off of the Sixers turnover. Oh, whoa! An interception by Simmons, and he finishes off with the finger roll. Where did he come from? This game just floating to a close like a leaf slowly falling to the ground, and then Simmons shoots out of a cannon and gets the steal. Blocked there by Embiid, perhaps. Simmons ahead, looking for more blood, able to knock down another shot. Oh, he's not done. He's not done. 20 points for Ben Simmons. That's 3 Sixers with 20-plus points. And really showing, really delivering on those expectations that we expected of the Sixers earlier in the year, showing why they only have 2 losses at home on the season. And you hope that in that neutral setting in Orlando that maybe they can be consistent and be this type of home team Sixers down there in Orlando. Because if they're this, with Simmons, Embiid, and Harris all scoring 20-plus, oh, the Eastern Conference is in for a rude awakening down there in the bubble. 30 seconds to go here. Napier fighting through. Successful. Finally gets his first 2 points of the quarter, and it looks like he'll close his tab with 16. Shot clock still on, so the Sixers will have to put up one more. Ball to Harris, hands it off Horford, trying to get him involved, and he can't get the shot to go. And so the clock will run out here from Philadelphia, and that'll do it. 76ers showing why they're 29-2 at home behind strong performances from Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Tobias Harris, all with 20 points or more. Hope you enjoyed this game. I apologize if you're a Wizards fan, but be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Our next game will be on Wednesday as the Oklahoma City Thunder will head down to South Beach to take on the Miami Heat. But until then, I'm Raymond Sims. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe out there. The final from Philadelphia, 114-97. Have a good one.